Hello, good day, beautiful people. I am the Inspirational Lady Noble 365 Tarot. Welcome to my channel. I greatly appreciate you being here. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. I trust you will love this vibe, and everything you need to know about me is in the description below. This week, past, present, or future. You or someone around you, so take what resonates and leave the rest for someone else. This is a general read. This is not a personal read. If you like a personal read, check out the description below, and I'll be happy to assist you with taking so. I'll be happy to assist you with doing so. Excuse me. Okay. All are welcome on this channel. All contributions are highly appreciated. Okay. So, collective, the first card we have here is taking action. So, there is something that you are taking action with or against. Okay. You could be standing your ground. You could be in the energy of taking your power back from some kind of situation. You could be recently separated or going through a divorce procedure or proceeding. Okay. Spirit is saying so you're taking your power back. You could be in the gym, you could be working out, male or female, but you're taking a lot of action towards restructuring. Spirit is saying you're restructuring your life, you're restructuring who you are, taking your power back. Maybe you were in a relationship or a marriage or some kind of connection that you feel it depleted you. Maybe you were in this connection for many years, for a long time, 5 years or more. But either way, okay, now I'm hearing breakup, makeup. Maybe you were on again, off again with this other person, but you found the way to move forward. You found the way to take action in your life. You're They're very surprised that you have gained the courage and you found a way to break away. They're very surprised that you found a way to take action. This could be your partner just very shocked. Not only your partner, your ex spouse, male or female. Also, you have a few family members who are shocked and friends as well that you found a way to break free. There could have been people maybe speaking on your name, collective male or female, assuming that you would never leave this connection or this relationship. You may have been connected to someone who was unfaithful, not honest, a cheater, male or female. Maybe you tolerated them for several years. That's why I picked up breakup, makeup. Okay, it's like one moment you're together, things are good, but when they're bad, they're bad. Then you're separated. This could have went on for at least 5 years or more. Okay, maybe 20 years, maybe 15 years. It happens. But you have finally found the strength to leave this person and disconnect from them. I'm picking up you had a lot of love for them, but it was one sided. You were in love with them, but this person was in love with what you allowed them to get away with. You have a very nurturing and caring personality, male or female, kind of like that Empress energy, very nurturing, very caring. You're the type of person give the shirt off your back. You want to take care and help. But this was someone who stuck around and stayed in the relationship with you because you were like a security blanket to them, like a security blanket to a newborn. We know newborns have to be what? Swaddled in that blanket. You must wrap it right. If you don't, you will hear, okay? If you don't wrap that blanket right. So you were like a security blanket to this person. Okay. I'm seeing someone who's very clean with their hygiene. Okay. Very clean with their hygiene, very clean and organized with your home. Male or female, you're a great cook as well. You take care of yourself. This person admired and loved those attributes of you and about you, but they was not willing to do what it takes to be loyal to you. You know, there are people who will become obsessed and addicted to the idea of being connected to you, but that doesn't mean that they have respect for you. So this person did not have respect for you, and you may have figured that out, and that's what made you create a way to leave this connection. Okay, it could have been something financial. Maybe this person was a provider for you. Okay, and they could be someone who provided and assisted you in affording a particular lifestyle, and so you found a way to let the materialism go, even if it's temporary. No matter what it was. because you want to be happy. You're no longer satisfied. You were no longer satisfied being in this connection or this relationship. So there could be a lot of people, like I said, chattering and talking because they thought, collective, that you would never ever leave this person. And I say never ever as a metaphor, as it's been a long time. People have family, friends, people that know you. They know of you in this connection or this marriage. This could have been a marriage or living spouse. Okay. Or you could have your place, they have theirs, and you just go back and forth, whatever the situation was. People thought that they would never hear you say, we're not together, or I'm single, or, I'm out here dating again. So it's not a negative, but they're just shocked. Okay, and they're like, wow, we thought the collective would never leave that person. And also, your ex is shocked because they're used to you accepting them back. They're used to the breakup makeup. As I said earlier, I heard breakup makeup, breakup makeup. And this time, you've taken this axe that's in your hand and you've created a pathway for yourself to move forward and be independent. Okay, maybe you're from some kind of traditional family or belief that has a belief system that you should never leave your spouse no matter what happens, no matter what they do. There are people who believe that, who feel that way, and guess what, to each his own. They can live their life however they please. Okay, um that's their life. That's what they have to tolerate. That's them. Let them be them. But either way, in this message here, you could have had someone maybe in your ear, that's your husband or that's your wife, you shouldn't separate. And this is going to happen, someone trying to project onto you that something terrible was going to happen if you chose to sever ties with this person. But you found the strength to ignore that nonsense and move forward. And I'm picking up, you're so much happier. I could hear and see somebody saying, like a, you're even breathing different and you're looking different. You're looking better. Maybe your skin is clearing up. People could be telling you this. You look happier. You look different. You could be laughing more, smiling more. This relationship, this connection depleted you so much. You were being very tolerant for many years. And you thought, it's okay. You thought that this person would change, but they never did. And so, congratulations, on getting away, from the situation, because it really had you, under some misconceptions about life and who you are. You know, no one has to stay in any connection that is unhealthy and not safe for them, especially, if they're moving around how they want to move around. Okay. So, yeah, I'm picking up this person was very disrespectful, possibly the type of person, would stay out for not overnight, but I'm hearing maybe you wouldn't see them for days at a time. Just very disrespectful. Okay, I'm picking up a very, like a rude energy. Someone's that's just very rude and nasty and would be MIA for 2, 3 days and walk in the house like, hey, what you cooking? That kind of energy. Okay, male or female, but you've managed with Scorpio placement to put that to rest. You are moving forward. The death card is in the upright, so you're putting that to rest. And this could be your ex, okay, metaphorically speaking. Like, I can't believe that they finally gone and I don't have access. I usually can pull up and give me some of them lemon pepper wings and bring her some wine, and I can't even pull up no more. And, they're in shock. They're used to having their way with you, collective, and you're not allowing it. And this person is in shock that you're no longer their evolving door. You're no longer there to pick up the pieces for them. This could be someone who likes to drink heavy as well. And maybe I'm seeing someone come home after staying out 24 to 48 hours without even communicating with you. And, maybe coming home sick, ill, vomiting all over the floor, you cleaning up behind them, them going to lay down. And as soon as they recuperate, they get dressed, they back out into the streets again. Yeah, a very rude person, male or female. Okay, very rude and crude. One moment is, I love you, that's to bait you into staying through the years. They would do nice gestures to keep you locked in with them, maybe even surprise you with flowers from time to time, or your favorite food, or things that they knew were your soft spot. They would tap on them buttons and maybe provide certain things for you. That was to keep you locked in so that you wouldn't go nowhere. This person could have narcissistic tendencies, very controlling nature as well. Okay. Yes, 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 yes. But now you found your own peace and happiness. This Ace of Pentacles here, I mean, excuse me, not Ace, this Page of Pentacles here, it has you in the energy of being very determined to learn yourself. It's been a while, since you've been in on the dating scene or single, but you're so happy. Just as this woman here has this beautiful smile, this is your energy currently. And I have to say it again, collective, male or female, there's no gender is fluid in tarot. Either way, you haven't done this in a while. And I'm talking about genuinely smile, where you're smiling on the outside, but your heart is smiling along with you on the inside. And that's very different for you. It's very new for you, but Spirit wants you to continue to move forward with that energy, because it's helping you plant the right seeds with the Seven of Pentacles, healthy connections and relationships, opening up doors of prosperity and opportunity, whether this is your career or relationship, friendships, your confidence as well. Your confidence could have taken a major blow, from being with this person and wondering why is it that they don't respect who you are. Maybe it had you wondering, were you good enough? You were always good enough. They were just the wrong person for you. So this connection that you recently separated from was meant to be. It was to teach you how to be strong. It was to teach you that you really can break free from anything that does not serve you. And Spirit is saying for me to let you know, male or female, never mind what people are saying about you. Don't let that get to you. You need to be proud of yourself and give yourself credit. Give yourself a big hug and a pat on the back from breaking free from this ninja, male or female. Give yourself a pat on the back. And now you can tend to yourself. You can pour into you, work on those creative projects that you've always been interested in, but maybe you didn't have time because your energy was focused on, tending to your spouse, whether it was cooking, cleaning, spending time, wondering where they at. Maybe I'm picking up fighting or arguing with people they had affairs with. Maybe you had people pull up to your job, to your home. I'm seeing all that. I'm picking it up. Lots of drama. This person, male or female, was a player from the Himalaya. Okay, there was a player. Okay, collective, and you've dealt with all that. Okay, getting protection orders and having windows bust out, and whew, it's a lot. Mm. It's a lot, but now you have time to connect. Even when it comes to your spirituality, you connecting with Source. You could be someone who's studying spirituality. You may not attend church, on a regular basis, but you do believe in spirituality. Okay, you're not religious, but you are spiritual, and that's okay. To each his own. People are entitled to have their own belief system. People are entitled to do what works for them in their own life, and all are welcome on this channel. Okay, doesn't matter what your belief system is. So this is very beautiful. You're finding more harmony and peace in your life, and that's what's giving you this beautiful smile here. It's the harmony and the peace. It's not the material. As I mentioned earlier, this could have been someone, who has a very, they're pretty wealthy. They're financially secure. I'll say that. And they have enough to throw around. Okay. This is someone who's very financially, they're very well off. Okay. But you are now in a different space and place mentally and emotionally. You're coming to an understanding that it's not the materialism, as I was speaking on in the previous read. It's about loving yourself first on the inside. You have to love you, and then you can attract the right people towards you who will love you, not to say things will be perfect, but who will love you equally so as much as you love them. But you have to love yourself first, and you're learning that. And that's very beautiful. And your confidence is increasing. Okay. Yeah, you know what's for you, what isn't for you. You could also have a lot of people interested in you, but that's how it is. You're single, you're available, energy doesn't lie, our auras, and, energetically speaking, as we pass one another each and every day, is able to pick up when a person is available. Okay. So with the Ten of Swords, this is representing the ending of a cycle. That cycle is over with. You could be into getting some kind of acupuncture therapy. Acupuncture. Did I say that right? Therapy. Getting some cupping done or massage. Some kind of therapeutic service that you are receiving. You could be into meditation. Okay. Yeah. Embracing your spirituality, learning yourself, finding what works for you, what doesn't work for you. But I'm picking up you're enjoying being single. You're learning to embrace being alone. And you're also learning that it's not a negative. You could have been someone, as I mentioned earlier, someone could have been pressuring you why you were in this relationship. It could have been from your spouse's side of the family or yours, telling you that you must stay with them. If you leave, your life is not going to be right. But those are false beliefs and illusions, and you're finding that out. That you don't have to stay married or connected to anyone that is not healthy or for your highest good. So you're finding your truth and you're standing in your truth and you're enjoying all of this. Yes, you're enjoying it. Let me remind you how much you're enjoying it, okay? You're enjoying that, okay? Back out on the dating scene, possibly. And not nothing serious, You're dating and you're like, look, this is just a date, watering your plants, enjoying yourself. Let me water my plants. Yeah, it's a beautiful day. I think I'll go outside, Maybe having some kind of therapeutic service done, okay? Getting yourself back into alignment, grounding yourself as well, fine tuning your spiritual connection. Okay. You're very happy. And look at that beautiful smile, male or female. Okay. You're very happy. You're at peace. Okay. So if someone comes into your life, you're able to work on things that you always desired and wanted to work on. Maybe this person that you were with had you under the assumption that you don't need to work on those projects. You don't need to tap into that energy because they were afraid, Spirit is saying, that it would have took you away from them. But guess what? You are not with them. You're gone anyway. So which is beautiful. So it worked out for you anyway. So congratulations to you. Continue to be patient with yourself and trust the process. And so this situation has taught you a lot. You have learned a lot about yourself. Like I said, you're standing in your truth. You're not brainwashed. You're not feeling like you have to stay married in an unhealthy connection. You're like, forget a traditional belief. What about me and my happiness and my well-being? You found out that you are not going to be loved any less by the divine because you get a divorce. Okay. You could have had somebody Bible thumping you, trying to provoke fear. People do that. Some people do that. They take the good book, which is the Bible, and they like to project fear instead of using it for what it's used for. Use it to inspire or encourage someone, but not to put fear and tell someone to stay in an unhealthy connection, that they're going to be not loved, or they won't, their value will be decreased. All those lies, you're finding out all those things are lies, that you were told a bunch of lies. Okay. And so the next card we have here is the Nine of Swords here. So this represents the energy of the person you're no longer with, male or female. Remember, gender is fluid in tarot, but either way, this person is very worried. This is a narcissist and you have broke free from them. This is causing them to have a catastrophic event. I don't want to say catastrophic, but it's right there. They could be spazzing out somewhere, but they're very worried and they are suffering. They're going through a lot of ish. The energy that they were in when they were with you, when they would stay out for 3 days and have affairs, and different, maybe men or women, whatever their preference or yours is, would come to you and say, that's my man, that's my. All that energy is gone, so they no longer have control of you. So energetically, they feel the change happening. They are, they're losing it. They're out of their miracle whip because they no longer have control over you. You are busy regaining your self-confidence, your self-worth, and your stability. And you're very strong and continue to be strong. And I don't see you allowing this person back into your life. This reading is for someone who is really finished. And this reading is for someone who understands what the word finish is. That means you're not going places where you think you're going to see them, their family, or their friends. You're not allowing them to come to your home. You're not meeting up with them on any day for any reason. You realize that you have given this person enough of your time and they have showed you who they are, in the words of great Maya Angelou. So you believe them and you're utilizing that, you're harnessing that, and that's how you're doing this healing here with the hangman, the high priestess, the page of pentacles, the seven of pentacles, the 10 of swords, closing out all the negative energy, the 2 of cups, you're back on the dating scene again, the 8 of pentacles, you're putting the work into thyself. So I don't see you trying to purposely, because people do it purposely. They say that they're breaking up with someone, but they will intentionally try to reattach. You know, they have these pump faking theories and ideas that they tell themselves. I need closure. We need one more talk. I got something to tell you. All that is fake. Those are excuses to reattach to a karmic situation that you're not done with. There are some people who get in long-term unhealthy relationships and will break free and go back because they feel that they're not done. And what you're doing, as usual, you're sending out the signal to the universe that you have not learned the lesson. So if you have not learned the lesson, that creates a block for new energy to enter your life. That creates a block for new love to enter your life. That creates stagnation when it comes to you being creative. Okay? That creates stagnation when you are healing. Different things will start to dismantle. That creates stagnation from you being happy as well as abundant. So we have free will. You can do whatever you please. I'm gonna just lay them because I'm gonna keep moving them. We have free will. You can do as you please. But there's a repercussion for every actions that we individually choose to make. So the longer you go back and forth, because you are telling yourself you can't. You are telling yourself you can't because you can. Okay? You create that stagnation. And that karma could be right there waiting. Yeah, you're not done? Here I am. Yeah, let's turn it upside down. Let's dismantle all the prosperity you're working on. You know what? And the high priest is like, oh, we were almost there. We were almost stepping into our power. Oh, you went back to the karmic. Aw. Type ish. You can create and block the Ace of Cups. You can block this. Joy, creativity, new love. You can block this when you choose to keep going back to past relationships that are unhealthy. We're not speaking about a relationship where you have one argument. No, this reading is for someone who has been through it, been up and through it, as they say. I say up and through it. Up and through it over and over again. Over and over again, everything. People come to your home, people coming to your job, windows bust out, tire slash. I saw all that. Staying out overnight, not for 24, but 48 hours, maybe even 72. Did I do that math right? Yeah, I did that math right. Not for 24, maybe 48 or 72. And coming in not explaining about nothing. What you cooked today? Or I got to throw up. Oh, I'm wasted. That kind of energy. So to each his own. We have free will. And it's okay. We have free will to live whatever life we desire. But congratulations to you. This is positive. This is beautiful. Keep moving forward. Continue to believe in yourself. But your ex is shocked. And leave it that way. Nobody needs to see you lost weight or see your new car or your success or your progress. trying to, because people do this. People do it. I gotta People do this. I gotta speak about it. And I know folks don't like truth, but it's too bad because it's part of my path. It's part of this message. There's a habit, and there's something with the mental capacities of human beings. Whenever they leave a connection that maybe they feel have hurt them or defeated them, they want to show and prove their next, meaning the new person they with. Let me name some things. They lost weight, they started a business, they look cute with this hairstyle, they got these clothes on, check out my car. You can do whatever you choose, but this part is for who needs to hear it. We have to come out. I said, we have to come out of the energy of trying to show and prove somebody who's already had the opportunity to have you in their presence. And they already showed you what they feel about you. They already showed you they don't care about you. They've disrespected you several times. And you've given them too many chances. I'm going to say too many chances. Don't matter how long you've been together. What is the purpose of wanting them to see you as if you're going to get an applaud or a cake and some ice cream? There's no reward in that. And that is also a form of sending out the signal that you have not learned the lesson. Running into somebody by accident while you're running errands, or maybe you're in traffic, you beep the horn, throw a deuce in the air. Okay, that's different. But deliberately trying to be seen and reconnect with someone who has showed you that they have nefarious intentions regarding you. Oh, I look cute today. I lost 30 pounds. I'm about to put these leggings on here around the corner. I want him to see me. And they're gonna look at you just like this. And this is how the narcissists and the karmics think. This is how they think. This ain't how I think. Showing up, want to show me you look good, huh? They still want me. As soon as you give them the signal or the impulse or the inkling that you're interested, that can go all kind of ways. A person can become obsessive, possessive. A person can become violent, especially if this is someone who's into people. You have to be careful. Improve. Once just in romantic situations. I got my nails and I got my hair. I'm about to go over there. I'm about to stun on them. Look, it's time to come out of that trying to stun on people. Running into somebody by accident, yeah, but deliberately trying to run into people, it's time to grow up. It's time to grow up, dude. Because these people don't have any respect for you. So what Spirit is saying, why would you want to be in the presence of these people? And they're not going to do nothing but look at you and think, oh, they're still interested. Even if this is a friendship. And they'll pretend and say, hey, act like they're happy to see you. I'm giving a party next week. You want to come? And you've been in swap numbers. Yeah, when is it? Where it's going to be at? And you show up. You show up to the shindig. And then a fight break out. Then an altercation break out. Huh? Then somebody mad. I'm about to go to social media. I'm about to go and spaz out on them. Watch this. I'm about to go on their page. I'm about to go off. We hear these stories. We see it in life. We hear it on social media, in the media. And we have witnessed, I'm pretty sure you know of someone, those things I just named who have experienced that at one time or one point in their life. But if you get a chance to escape and leave these diabolical dark people alone, leave them with a buck they at. Leave them with a buck they at. The cards are saying, go ahead and change your world. Change your world. The cards are saying, change your world. Leave these karmic, nefarious, negative, low vibrational people where they are at. You have to stop allowing yourself to be an evolving door. If you run into them out in public, hi and bye. You don't need to exchange numbers. You've been there, done that. You read that book. The front, matter of fact, you read it twice. The context, the glossary, you know the author, you know how many pages in it, you know all the footnotes. You done read that book. You've been there, done that. Spirit is saying it's time for us to stop playing with our energy. We keep talking about we want our world to change and we want to experience this and we desire this and desire that. But we have to take accountability. Once you escape and get away from these nefarious, dark people, stay away from them. Because we're going to experience. We're going to experience while we're here because we're supposed to learn and grow. Planet Earth is the school of life. We're here to learn and we're here to grow. But once you pass the test, quit trying to retake it. You already got an A. You already got an A and your world about to change. You've been there, done that. You took this big ass hammer. You didn't look, you was like, look, I'm creating a pathway for myself. They said I can't, I know I can. So who wants to go and revisit somebody who done disrespect you, crossed you, cheated on you, possibly put hands on you? For what? Show them what you're doing for what? Get their attention for what? Impress yourself by learning how to sever ties permanently. That's how you move forward. Permanently. We have to stop looking back. And then also looking back, you're sending out the signal that you don't trust what's in front of you. You're sending that out. The divine sees that. The ancestors see that. You don't trust something that, you don't trust what's in front of you. It's something in front of you that's making you want to look back. So what's in front is like, oh, they don't want me. Let me go on about my business. This could be an opportunity, a job, a relationship, a marriage. This could be some money, some bread, some millions, some billions. Real talk. Every time you look back into the past, to that past connection. You know, when you're young, you do foolish stuff. When you keep having them birthdays, you're going to do something different, hopefully. I know it don't happen for everybody, but hopefully you do something different. Yeah. So you can experience something new. Security. Comfort. Security and comfort. In abundance, but other areas as well. Secure within yourself. Emotionally secure. Spiritually secure. Where you don't feel you need to have the wrong person in your life to define you. Where you don't feel you need to have the wrong person in your life to define you. Secure within yourself. Loving all of you, every part of you. And letting no one take that from you. I hope you receive this read and let it marinate. 2-3 days preferably. Let it marinate. And then get to cooking. Like straight up. Because this reading here is for somebody who really, really need to hear it. Who really, really need to hear it. You get away from this, leave this where it's at. There are some people who end up deleted from reaching back into their past. Yeah, be careful. Person to get possessive. Be mad, because once you dissipate your energy, there is a shift that takes place energetically. Energetically. And this person may not be the king who you once thought they were. Yeah, they getting it, but they probably ain't getting it like they used to get it. Or when they get it, it go fast. It's gone. They look up, it's gone. They're possibly chasing their tail just to thrive and survive. So if you popping up and you're giving access to them, someone who already let you know they're not interested in you and they don't have respect for you. So I don't know what's left after that. And these are the kind of people It may not matter to you, but you need to know that these are the kind of people who talk a lot of ish behind your back. Why they with you? Of course, when you leave them, because they bitter. They bitter. They like a Sour Patch Kid. But these are the ones that talk a whole lot of smack while you with them. Oh, they ain't going nowhere. They love this. They ain't going nowhere. So just imagine you doing better. You got the 9 out here and the ace and a lot of other cards, but I done picked them up so many times, I'm going to give them a break. And if they're going through something, they're not in a good space and place, but they see you got it. Yeah, my money ain't flowing like it used to. I remember when I was with you, I used to take care of you. Remember them favors I did for you? Remember them favors I did for you? Remember that car I bought you? Remember that necklace? Then they feel entitled to your favor and your blessings and opportunity that is in your life because you're linking up with them. You claim to be separated, but you're linking up. This is for somebody specifically. I'm picking up on some people, male and female, who are going to sever ties permanently and do this work, but I'm also picking up on some people who think it's a fun game to keep going back. You want to be careful. And I keep being told to repeat this. They won't even let me close the read. That's why I'm still talking. The channeling be real up in this mooch. You want to be careful. I'm going to show it to you again. Looking at you like a meal ticket. All that money I done gave them. All that stuff I done bought them. They're not thinking about how, unfaithful they were to you or how disrespectful they were to you or if they made a baby on you, that kind of energy. That's for somebody. They're not thinking about that or how many times they probably slapped you around, put their hands on you. They're like, nah, they getting it now. I know, you don't need to be bothered with that. Come on now. You don't need to be another Lifetime movie. You really don't, okay? Come on now. Come on. Allow yourself to gather with the right people. Because there are people who would love to gather with you. Like I told you, there are people checking you out. But you don't need to rush. Take your time. You can have platonic relationships. Everything ain't got to be sexual. Everything ain't got to be straight to the bedroom. And everybody you encounter, you don't have to let them into your personal life. You can have different kinds of relationships and friends. You ain't got to give everybody the blueprint. Everybody ain't got to know the ingredients to your sauce, whether you use garlic, oregano, or whatever. Everybody ain't got to know that. You might put a little za'atar in there. Everybody ain't got to know that. What is za'atar? Something good? Google it. So there's something here strongly about someone, as I said, he could have had a baby on you. Somebody had a baby on somebody. There is something here. There is someone who you're missing this person you left, or you plan on, I don't know, linking back up with them. This, as you see the infinity symbol here, maybe this person does have a child that you don't know about. And also you may hear some extra things that you didn't know. As you're going through this separation, whether it's a marriage or not, don't allow those new things that you're hearing, not even about this baby. That's for somebody, not everybody. This is their responsibility with the infinity symbol for the rest of their life. So they don't need to see your 9 of Pentacles because they got to pay for that child. But don't allow this new information, especially this, because it may devastate you, even though you're not with this person. Don't allow that information to motivate you to contact this person. Now, I didn't even know that card was there, but it was there because that's spirit moving. So that's for somebody who needs to hear that. You're going to receive all kind of news that's going to shock you, even though you are separating and you're not with this person. Don't allow the information to make you reach out to them. Don't do it. Don't do it. This is all you need to work on is yourself. Balancing yourself, calling your power back. Because there are going to be people coming to you with information all of a sudden, Spirit is saying, and these people you're going to be looking at them like, oh, now you want to tell me all this. Well, what was this information years ago? You're going to be really like not upset, I wouldn't say, but you're going to be kind of mad at some of the stuff. But then you're going to be you're going to look at the person that's bringing you the information, the bone carrier, like, you suspect anyway. You're going to like, you can't be trusted. How long you been holding this information? Child. And for the person who is thinking about linking up with this ex, meeting up with this ex, trying to be seen by this ex, you have free will, but for your safety, you need not to do that. And I have one card for you, and I have to give it to you straight. You can get this out of your mind because you and the ex will never be this. That is over with. That era of you and them is over with. This was there when you first met them. Maybe 5, 10, 15 years ago, maybe 20. Put the reading where it resonates. It's different for everybody. But this energy is gone. I'm not saying that to be cruel. I'm saying this to communicate the read. This is gone. So get that out of your head. This is something you're fantasizing a bit about. You're fantasizing about this. Wanting and wishing that they would have that for you, but also have actions around it to support it in their behavior, how they carry themselves, how they express themselves when you're not around each other. It's gone. And there's somebody who's going to find out that someone has had a baby. So they're dealing with other situations and other people. This isn't the only person, male or female. Because you can be a male figure watching this and going through the same thing that I just named, or some of the things. Men go through things too. Oh yeah. Men go through things also. There are men who get mistreated and cheated on and lied to. It happens for men and women. We all here in our own bubbles, living and experiencing life. This is gone. So get that out of your head. Get that fantasy, that infatuation out of your head. They are not interested in this. Okay? So celebrate your wins and be proud of yourself. I see someone losing a lot of weight looking good. Yes, you're losing weight. You're looking good. But let the new love in your life enjoy that. Because connecting with this ex, they will show a false interest as if they want to reestablish something with you to either use you or hurt you. And that's what your ancestors want you to know. And that's why they won't let me close this read. And I've been trying to close, but I can't. They making me, because there's somebody who's hard-headed. That's not for everybody, but somebody hard-headed. If they're not watching out, they're going to see this video, or you may know somebody who's going through this. Somebody's hard-headed and they love you so much they want to warn you and protect you. That's all. And anything that you're worried about, if you've went through a separation and you're worried about something financial, you're going to be just fine. You don't need to know right away what the resolution is going to be. You just need to remain optimistic about your present as well as your future and do what you need to do to take care of yourself. I got to get out this read. This is because this energy is just too oof. Maybe you are a dog lover. Maybe you have 2 dogs, or your spouse has 2 dogs, maybe 2 pit bulls. You could think about them from time to time. Don't let that make you go back. You get your own dog. That's for somebody. I know the pets will touch your heart. I know it. Yeah, that's not a reason to go back. Focus on love, balance, and creativity. This concludes the read. I trust and hope that it assists you for your highest good. And if you know someone going through this, share this video with them. And may you be inspired to do what is right for you. Be safe.